What is up, you guys? This is your boy Andy Matrix. I talk about anime, manga, video games, geek culture, and Japanese culture. Yeah, I'm here at Sankaku Complex, and I have some more depressing news about Japan because, whew, oh man, oh man. Let me ask you something. Does this sound familiar to you? Does this sound familiar? All right. It says Conan movie Ideal Bride campaign being altered following feminist complaint. Okay, which means they are making changes. They are making changes to this upcoming movie of Conan, which happens to be a really popular series back in the 90s, right? Really popular series. They are changing some things in the movies because some feminists complain about it. What does that sound like to you? Okay, guys, before we get started, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell. Make sure you like the video. And I'm on a journey to get 1,000 subscribers, and I very much appreciate your help. So thanks a lot, guys. So, here at sankakucomplex.com. So, man, that last video, if you guys watch one of my previous videos about... It was about a Reddit post that asked, how long until Japan, how long until anime becomes woke like the West? And I made that video because I see it coming. I see it coming. And like I said before, while anime is not going to become super woke like the West, right? Like the West in America, it's going to be mild, but it's going to be there, right? We're not going to see it to the same extent as we're seeing it in America, but it's going to exist in Japan and with anime. Okay? So now in this article, it says to help build anticipation for the upcoming Detective Conan movie, Mei Tantei Conan Halloween no Hanayome, basically the Ideal Bride project was announced, causing the usual annoying feminists in Japan to complain and managing to convince those in charge to apologize and promise to change the project to something more appropriate. To apologize? Okay, first of all, if this movie is made for a certain audience, there's no need to apologize if the movie was made correctly. Okay, that's number one. And then now here it says, however, this disgruntled Twitter users with nothing better to do than complain, caught wind of the campaign, describing it as outdated and claimed it was old-fashioned in regards to gender, and causing some questions. The concept of bride theme voting, since character Miwako Sato wears a wedding dress in the film. And by the way. Miwako Sato is one of the characters in the movie, and I'm gonna put a picture of her here if you guys can see it. Right, I'm gonna put a picture of her, and this is actually a female character. She wears a dress, and they're saying, "Oh, but that's outdated." Really, that's outdated. Whatever, man. Anyways, and then it says, once again, believing a minor contingent on Twitter represents the entirety of the fan base. The official Twitter account in charge of the campaign apologizes for making fans feel discomfort. Oh, jeez. Now, what I want to know about this is, was it the Western Twitter fans triggered, or was it the Japanese fans triggered? Because it doesn't seem to me that they were listening to the Japanese crowd, because the Japanese crowd, most likely, they wouldn't give a shit. Right, it says apologize for making fans feel discomfort and reassure them that the management will be changing the name and contents of the project to something more appropriate. What does that sound like to you? Does that sound familiar? Does that sound like something, right? Does that sound like some companies who listen to the Twitter mob and then they start changing things when some feminist on Twitter says something about a movie or a TV show? What does that sound like? I mean, seriously, think about it. I'll give you a minute. Oh boy, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. Listen, a message to Japan. If you are Japanese, if you're Japanese and you're listening to this, I am warning you. You guys are gonna regret this. You're going down the same path that America went with is entertainment, and they paid a huge price for it. And by price, really, I mean they lost a shit ton of profits. Okay? If you're Japanese, if you're from Japan, if you're watching this, listen, man. Don't fall for the woke ideas. Don't fall for feminism. Don't fall for, like, what people are saying on Twitter. Don't fall for it. Here in America, we pay the price for that. And we're hurting. We're paying the price for it. Japan, do not fall for these ideologies. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Man, I mean, I don't know how else to put it, but if this continues, then if anime becomes, you know, like the West, if it happens, I don't think it's gonna completely happen, but if it does happen, good God, good freaking God, it's gonna be over. Okay, and then anime is gonna be one of the last forms of entertainment that people actually enjoy. So what's gonna be next? What's gonna be next? You know, Korean manhwa is really not that popular. Chinese manhwa. It's freaking boring because, you know, they don't have a lot of creative freedom, so they had to, like, water down a lot of things with Chinese manhwa. So this is one of the last greatest forms of entertainment that has not been touched by Western politics or by, you know, woke culture and all that stuff, and identity politics, feminism, all that shit, right? So, all right, I'm gonna end the video here, guys. Whatever your thoughts are, comment below, tell me what you think. And like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell for future notifications. This is Andy Matrix bringing you some depressing news of Japan. And I will see you guys in the next video. Godspeed.